So, welcome, I guess, to the Sully's Abode 2K case tournament. For the first round, we have Ace versus Thunderbird. Thunderbird is going to be playing Lux today. Uh, they can hear. Oh, they can hear. Can you hear us still? Okay. Can you guys hear us now? I don't think they can hear us. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay. Um, so,
Can you guys still hear us?
no, they cannot. Okay, we're good. Technical difficulties resolved. I think it was Lux who went second, lost the dice roll. It looks like Lux is going to be playing on Obelisk of Power. Can't quite see what Draven's battlefield is. Reaver's Row. Um, so
deck.
Lux is going to move Poro. Poro's ability, since it conquers, it gets a generated gold. Lux, I guess, any opinions on the matchup of Draven versus Lux? I know it's not a popular one that you see often.
No, it's definitely not. But I don't know. It's gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be try to like draw for turn versus ramping for runes for spells. So it's gonna be interesting to see how Thunderbird's gonna use like spells to counteract Draven trying to conquer each turn.
Yep.
It's
Ooh,
gonna
and it
be-
looks like Thunderbird passed with a total of 5 runes up. I think there's a lot of good options for 5 runes that he has. Like there's Meteor, which is the 5 cost blue card, deals 6 damage, and then there's going to be Drag Under as well. So could be telegraphing that he has those in hands to try to protect his Poro, or he could have completely whiffed, which is also a fair, which is also happens with this deck. But I do agree. I think a lot of Lux in this matchup is going to be whether or not you can get your draw engine started and your draw engine going. And you can draw into those big removal cards like Singularity, your Meteors, your Drag Unders, and your Call the Weeks especially, because I think those are really good cards to play around Draven's abilities. So it looks like Draven's moving his 4 cost into Reaver's Row. Thunderbird Brood electing not to move Poro back with Reaver's Row ability. He's going to use the ability of Draven, going up to 6 to his 2.
Passing prio, paying 5. Let's do. Minus order.
Ooh.
There's a drag under. You literally called it.
Drag Under, yep. I have played a bit of Lux myself, so I like this deck a lot. Oh, and it gets countered with. Oh, that is not a great card, because that countering denies the draw from Lux ability, kills the Poro, and he gets a draw for Draven's ability, and he still has 4 runes to play with. So
He's still stacked up on runes, and that's what I was talking about before too. You still have the ability to draw cards, and you're gonna move to Conqueror. Yep. Move to Conqueror as well. Your opponent's all spent. You might as well.
yeah, there's. This is. Yeah. Let me clarify that with the rules. And it looks like they got there. The clarification for anyone that might be watching is the battlefield does say you have to send the way it's worded, you cannot pay a gold for the cost of conquering on I forget the battlefield name, but you cannot pay a gold for the on conquer cost. You have to recycle a rune from your deck, so that's what he does, and then he pays the gold to hide a card. So it's 4 up. And swapping Ty Turner with Treasure Hunter. And just like you said, Draven over here is here creating a lot of gold for resources, playing the resource game, making sure he doesn't go low, so he could save up for a lot of counter later on when the bigger spells from Lux come out, like Singularity and all of their other larger board wipe cards.
This is the unfortunate part of Lux, is that you have to wait the early game for the ramp to start. But once you get the ramp, it can be deadly.
Yeah, for sure.
Deadly, for sure.
You have to weather the storm, per se. But Lux not in a great position here. They're down by quite a few points, and right now they only have 6 runes to play with. And your opponent has 2 runes up, so ooh, maybe we can see what's in his hand a little bit. Singularity would be pretty good here, unless, of course, he has another one of those drag unders to counter.
Let's see what he's got.
Ooh, 6 and sacking a gold. Ooh, Singularity. Oh, and he says he does not have any hard bargains. Let's see what happens here. Dealing 6 damage to both of those units. A spinning axe would go really good for Draven here. It would put him at 7. Yep, and
That's big to get rid of, too.
Lux ability, drawing a card, and a little bit of recovery here for Lux. Looking like there's some life. He only has a 1 might unit on his battlefields. But Lux is still fair ways behind, and I guess what does Lux need to do here to fully rebound and get back in this game? I think Lux is going to probably need to establish the gear if it plays it. I see the Vanguard Armory in his hand right there. That'll definitely go a long ways in helping Lux rebound in this game.
I mean, you just time to get some units on the board.
Yeah.
Gotta, as much as you want, you gotta start to snuff this out as much as you can. It's Draven, so Draven's gonna push these conquerors, as much as they can. So.
Yeah, definitely. Ooh, Draven passes with 5 up. Interesting. Now I wonder if this is the turn where you just set up Vanguard Armory, get those 3
score off that.
Yeah, they scored off the moving him to Reavers.
Maybe. I just want to make sure.
He's paying 7. And he gets the Vanguard Armory out. Okay.
Yeah. Now it's time to get the recruits out.
Start building that Legion.
Can't do much with it now, but next
so he's up at 5. I believe it's 5-1 because I think he did score with the Plundering Portal earlier. Yes. All right, let's see what Draven has here. The thing with Draven as the game gets later, I think Lux does a really good job of removing cards. I think one Draven card that is fairly commonly ran is the Ferris Forerunner, the 6 cost that splits off into 2 3 might mech tokens. I think that is a really good card here for Draven. That unit would allow him to kind of sustain throughout Lux's removal. Like even if Lux does the removal, he has to essentially remove it twice. I think it's really hard for Lux to deal with that. But it looks like he's channeling 5, paying a gold. Ooh, Darius.
You're going to play anything secondary with the Darius, though, or are you going to save your runes for later?
True.
That's the real question here. What are you going to do with that extra 4 runes you got?
And Darius comes out there. So looking to conquer. Going up to 6 points here. Cycling 1 for the battlefield effect. And Lux looks like he's been doing a bit of starving. I think seeing a Draven without a hand size of 20 cards is kind of refreshing.
Yeah.
So great job to the Lux player for that. Ooh, and I wonder what this hidden is, because last time when he played a hidden, it was the Fight or Flight.
Fight or Flight, yeah.
I think another common hidden card in this battlefield, I think, is Switcheroo, but
Yep.
I don't think you're getting a lot of value from Switcheroo in this matchup. It could also be a hidden Edge of Night, which is the gear that when you flip it gives +2 to your units. It's an equip that gives +2.
+2, yeah. Which is good, especially if they're moving a Conquer. You can flip it, give +2 to your unit.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's good. Pay 5.
Ooh, following comment, you can only target out of battlefields.
Ooh, I'm gonna rewind.
I was about to...
I was gonna say, wait a minute. 6 instead. Oh, no, still 5.
Ooh. Oh.
Okay. That's smart. Time to sack those units.
Yep.
The units are cannon fodder at this point.
I mean, if you have a 1-cost recruit that's trading in with the 5 might dares or anything with a larger might value, that's pretty good. And this combo with the Bellows Breath is also a very strong card. So let's see if what he's.
Might as well just eat those things in.
And he plays repeated Bellows Breath, which means the. So, dealing 1 damage to both the Darius and the unit on the with the hidden card. And with Imperial Decree, any unit that takes damage this turn is going to be KO'd. Not sure if
Two.
I think you would assign. Let me check.
Now Thunderbird.
Let me double check something real quick. And we did get clarification from the judge, so that is how that resolves.
That's what I thought, but it was just it's a confusing, like, it's an interesting
Sequence, right?
yeah, interesting sequence. With Thunderbird coming up with 2 points with those units, it's a smart play for sure.
And it looks like he's rebounding here a little bit. He has a majority of the units on board. Ace only has the 1 I always forget this unit's name. It's the one might generate 2 gold.
Falling Star.
Ooh.
Gonna clear out that board and then possibly move.
And is that 2 cards in hand I see? Is that 3?
For ace?
Yeah.
I believe it's 2, if I'm not mistaken.
So it looks like Thunderbird's strategy with Lux of starving out the Draven is working out pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got 2 cards left.
And I do want to point out, Thunderbird is rocking the Metal Lux leader card. Not the best of, but the Metal card is still kind of a flex. So he's been playing this game for quite a while. Very good player. He does go to locals here at Sully's Abode. So
It was cool to see in person, I will say.
yeah, it's a lot. Like you expect the Metal cards to be heavy, like obviously because it's metal.
Yeah, it was not heavy. It was weird.
Yeah, but the foiling looks amazing.
Interesting.
Ooh.
Fizz coming out to replay Falling Star from the trash.
And Fizz is... Wow, so using 2 Falling Stars, clearing 4 units.
There's just 1 unit left. That's big.
Wow.
That's big.
Cleared quite a bit of the board.
Possible response here for Thunderbird.
So this is always weird because it's like, do you give Draven the draw? Ooh. So it looks like... Oh, very nice.
Up to 7 now, 1 point away.
Yeah.
Taking the first game.
And Draven is going to get a draw, get a little bit of cards back in the hand. And Draven, all of a sudden, looking a lot better with 7 points here. Now, ooh, Draven passing here. Let's see what Lux is able to do.
You have to respond here, but you only have 5 mana to work with.
True. It's yeah, I don't know. And going into those 3 runes up is very scary, because if you spend all of your runes on that falling comment and he plays another spinning axe, then it's pretty much game, I would say. Well, I guess his 4 might, he could be able to trade with the recruit, but then you just get double conquer next turn and it's pretty much over.
Yeah.
So a lot riding on this falling comet here. If he does have the 2-cost counter, the drag under, that might be a little bit rough as well. I think that's just pretty much game if he has a drag under in hand. I feel like the matchup between Draven and Lux is so interesting because there's always just a tipping point essentially where it's like your Draven is always ahead early game because Lux is kind of building up to that control late game. The controlled late game where you're able to just generate value off of your Vanguard Armory. He does the Falling Comet. Let's see if he has a response. Oh, that's not the drag under. Oh, and another spinning axe. So
wow.
That 1 might unit's going to be at 7. He draws. So he's a sub unit. He has 6 damage on him though, so the recruit can still trade into that unit and he would still be alive. But then again, it is on Reaver's Row, so you just go back and then reconquer next turn. Yeah, it's unless there's a hidden blade, but it is looking a little bit rough here for Thunderbird. see if he decides to retreat or just takes the trade. Such an interesting situation here. Yep, and he's going to elect to go back. Let's see if he has the... Okay, he goes to 4. Thunderbird is at 4 points. And with no runes up and no hidden cards, I do think that this might, in turn, be game here.
Pot of greed.
Yeah, purple has so many draw cards.
Yeah.
I think when the game initially came out, they mentioned that purple would be a color that, like, one of the identities of purple would be choice. Riot didn't mention that the choice would be every card in your deck.
Yeah. Stack deck, literally the pot of greed of Riftbound. I love it.
Yeah.
Tapping 6. We're tapped out.
Oh. Interesting. 7 to 4. Double conquer goes to 8.
Okay, that'll be it.
And that is game 1.
Alright.
That is an interesting point, though. Draven did not really see his draw engine until that last turn. He didn't see those the 0 cost search top 2. I think is what is it called? Call. It's really testing my my card name knowledge, but we didn't see that 0 cost draw 2 search the top 2. But I guess it's Draven, not necessarily needed. I guess going into game 2, is there one side decking? Is there anything in particular that's any cards that you would think to put in against this Draven or as the Lux?
I don't know, because it's still a hard matchup, honestly. I mean, Draven's just been, like, exploding the meta for sure. I'm trying to think what's
Yeah, I see he has Bellow's Breath. That game with Imperial Decree was really good. I saw he had one in his sideboard. I think that's one option for Lux. For Draven, I think the card that kind of won him the game was that turn where he played the Drag Under to counter the effect. And I think that is another card you often see in more in side decks for Draven. I think that's something you'd want to put in this Lux matchup. Play around the Singularity a little bit. But and Lux going to be electing to go first in the second matchup. I feel like first is pretty overpowered in Riftbound.
yeah.
I haven't really seen a deck that likes to go second. I've seen some interesting brews with Lucian, but I haven't seen those interesting brews with Lucian do well. So, always interesting to see here.
You guys will see the timer going off. I'll pause it in 1 second, don't worry. Or it'll reset once we start again.
First match taking up 25 minutes.
Yeah,
so quite a game 1. Uh, Called Shot, yes, that's the name, and Drag Under is a yellow card, yes.
Yeah.
Drag Under is the unless I'm confusing it, which I totally could be. Drag Under is the 5 cost, 1 power, kill a unit at a battlefield. Have I been I think I've been calling the purple counterspell Drag Under. The names of cards is really bad for me. But it looks like Lux is going first. Can't quite make it the Draven battlefield. The Lux battlefield, that's the one that readies a gear. I think it's really good into any deck that plays the Vanguard Armory card, because you're able to essentially generate, if you conquer the Vanguard Armory that turn, you're essentially able to restand Vanguard Armory and then tap it again to generate 3 more units. So really strong there. The Draven battlefield, I'm not sure if that's Targon's Peak or can't really tell from the camera here. Draven going second, playing the search top 3, draw 1. Oh, that's always a brutal turn 1 play. The search top 3 cards and then play the Noxus Hopeful, a 4 might unit on your battlefield, especially in turn 1. It's kind of quite a scary combo.
Ooh. But now, look at this. We're bringing out Lux early.
Yeah.
This is something that we didn't see before.
Hard bargain, yes. Thank you. Yes, hard bargain. But yeah, Lux. I think bringing out Lux early is definitely a great play. You're able to play around the, just resource generation, so that if they do play hard bargain, you do, I guess, have Lux to kind of play around that a little bit. If they leave up 2 runes, it's hard bargain. You can play Lux next turn, and you can essentially play Singularity. Probably not going to Singularity just the 1 unit, but when he looks like he plays out the 2 cost, that's the 1 might unit that generates a gold whenever they move. And quite a board here early on. I see Overzealous Fan as well. Oh, Reading 2 runes, so it is Targon's Peak. So Overzealous Fan on the board, as well as... I'm finding it. Treasure Hunter. There we go. Found it eventually.
Singularity into the hard bargain.
Oh, and see the Lux.
It pays the additional cost to counter the counter spell.
So pretty good play here for Lux with using the unit, playing around the hard bargain to generate that extra 2, so that way he does have the extra 2 runes up to counter the hard bargain. Yeah. And now Draven is up to a lot slower start than the previous game. 1 unit. Correcting the gold token from last game. A little worrying though for Lux is, I guess, the rune advantage. Lux is going to be going up to 6 next turn. Draven here has, I believe it's 7 up. And then again, Lux has no units up, so Draven pretty much has free reign to go to whatever battlefield they want to with this Overzealous Fan. And looking like he's going to go to Targon, so he has that extra 2 runes in order to get those 2 runes back up for his next turn. And the Draven has not been able to draw yet this game off of his leader ability, so He is a little low cards in hand for a Draven. But still has 7 runes to work with here. With Draven, that could be an Ezreal, and you could just draw, you draw your whole deck. Ooh, Ferris Forerunner. This is going to make it a lot more difficult for Lux, because essentially you got to go through 6 might twice here. And I don't think there's a way to do that on 6 runes for Lux. I'd be very surprised if there was. But over Ferris Forerunner, definitely a really good card to play here. Interesting that he plays it at the battlefields.
And he's at 2 runes and passes. We'll go up to 2 points. Card sharp.
See if he takes the card sharp gold option here. Ooh, electing not to. Card sharp is one of my. I know the card's not the best, but it one of my favorite new cards from the new set. I just kind of find it like a funny card. And looks like he's going to just play the 2 card sharps, get 2 gold, and then pass the turn over. Draven, of course, pretty healthy in runes. I don't think he would need the additional gold token here. Ooh, interesting. Fighter fighting the Forerunner and conquering the other battlefield. So now he's going up to, I believe he's at 4, right, because he gets the hold point.
When I first saw Card Sharp 2, I was like Ace saying Card Sharp not spells their units. I made the same mistake too. I thought they were spells as well. Yeah. When I first saw Card Sharp, I was like, man, I thought it was a spell as well.
Yeah, it does have kind of that aesthetic. Oh, and Draven just passing here with 6 up. Not sure if that's I have nothing to play in hand, or I have a lot to play in hand on your turn.
Just waiting for something.
Thinking of playing the... But this game is looking a lot better for Thunderbird here. We'll see what he decides to do. Moving 3 into the Overzealous. Let's see if those 6 were... Oh. Oh. And he's playing the 2 to Fight or Flight. Draven wins the combat here, so... Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of demonstrates one of the problems, or I guess dominance of Draven is a lot of your cards like Fight or Flight or Rebuke, they essentially become, they do what they do, but then there's also the additional caveat text of also draw a card for Draven, because it's just essentially like you see in that example, Fight or Flight, push the unit back, but it still generated a draw for him. Overzealous using his ability to move the card chart back.
There it is again.
And he does get the Vanguard Armory up. And a lot healthier board this time. I know last game he just kind of played out Vanguard's Armory into a board with no cards really. This time he has the 2 card sharps and the Lux to play it out. Gets the 3 recruits. And if you think about it, Thunderbird does have 9 light on board. Draven only has 6, so that's it's clearly winning there.
Yeah. Just thinking.
Interesting that he had the 2-cost fighter fight, but interesting he didn't choose to play out the Draven Legend last turn back at base. Maybe he was playing around like a Call the Week, or not Call the Week, the Imperial Decree Bellows Breath, something along those lines. Maybe expecting that, didn't want to lose all of his units. But he still does have that Draven in his Legend Zone as an option. And again, the lone Ferris Forerunner on his board, quite scary. Gonna pick 2. Ooh, and he's gonna do the same reverse conquer, getting the point going up to 6 with the Ferris. I will mention though, the Tie Turner being on that battlefield and the card sharps being 3 might units, it's a lot easier to I guess conquer that battlefield. Easier being a relative here.
Yeah.
But if he is able to do that, he's able to play Vanguard Armory and restamp Vanguard Armory, potentially generating 6 tokens next turn. Just a interesting line of play there, available there. But he did conquer Targon, so he is going to get those 2 runes back up next turn.
He's bringing out his Draven now too, trying to put a nail in coffin here.
It's still quite a scary turn. Ooh. Yep. And that's quite a swing. Singularity clearing the board. He does have those 2 3-cost mech tokens. And still has a lot of runes to work with here. Conquer, go up another point.
That was a huge.
Who needs big units when you can have every small unit? So he's going to have 6 mine at both battlefields. Pickpocket comes out. And it looks like he's in quite a good spot. 5 runes up. That could be Falling Comment. That could be a lot of cards. Drag under Falling Comment. So, yep, just clarifying that it's 6 might both battlefields, and Draven gets to the bottom of his rune pool at 12 runes. I mean, it's great to have all those runes, but if you don't have the large hand size, it's kind of hard to do anything with it.
Yeah.
I think Draven looks like he has, I think I can see from here, I think it's 3 cards in hand. And I guess it is quite the predicament that he's in.
What do you do at this point? Spend 5. What are you bringing out?
Ooh, Darius.
Darius. Okay. So the next card he's going to play is going to come in ready and have a little bit of might too.
Yep.
Bringing out a card with 6, almost the rest of your runes.
Oh, and bring here. That's... So he's able to go into one of those battlefields, easily conquer with Draven. And choosing to go to Targon's.
Is he going to get it as well?
Having Targon's was nice for a second there.
Yep.
And he gets the draw. Ooh. Now the question is, do you sack your 2 tokens to essentially deny the point from Thunderbird, or you're at 7? You can just kind of stack one battlefield and hope they don't have a Bellows Breath, Imperial Decree combination or some sort. So let's see what he does here, if he wants to move everything to one battlefield, try to hold for game, or if he just wants to spread out the resources, try to play for game next turn. I guess, do you have any, what do you think you should do in this situation?
I would just hold it. I would hold it here.
Yeah, especially, I guess, yeah, because I feel like if you don't, and you just let Lux have a lot of cards in hand, if you don't have the extra bring here next turn, it will be very hard to double conquer if Lux leaves up a lot of units. And I do want to point out one thing. I think it was really smart for them to not conquer Targon's Peak. That way, Lux cannot conquer the other battlefield next turn. And I do think it is really smart to not trade in, because you would give Lux all those units, and if they can clear and prolong the game an extra turn, it would be pretty scary for the Lux player. Let's see what Lux can do here. Oh, and there's the Imperial Decree. And those tokens, there's a dice with 3 on it, so it does have 3 tokens. He does draw 3 because of Draven's... Ooh, no, because... the way damage calculation works is you have to assign lethal damage. You have to assign lethal damage first. Let me go correct that. And we did have a judge call to correct that. So I guess just to make sure everyone is familiar with the ruling here, when you move a unit into a battlefield, you have to assign all of your damage to a unit, and then you can assign damage to another unit after that, after you reach lethal damage. And so since Imperial Decree, it doesn't trigger immediately, it triggers after combat with the new rule set, you would have to assign 3 damage to a unit, and then you can assign 1 damage to another unit. So what ends up happening there is that they would have 1 unit remaining on their battlefield because they would have the lethal damage wouldn't essentially kill it. But he's able to rebound. Looks like he's able to clear the other unit that was there. And then he restands 2 passes, and it looks like he has back to having 2 battlefields with 6 might total.
Yeah. He's able to kind of board wipe everything off of Draven's side, which is still pretty huge.
Yeah.
And getting a little bit of life back with 4 points back to his 7.
Yes, and Draven does have a lot of cards in hand now. He was able to get a lot of draws off that turn. Because Imperial Decree resolves at the end of combat. So,
Pot of Greed. I'm going to call it out every single time. It's Pot of Greed.
Yeah, we should have like a separate game going of like over under. How many do we see?
How many stacked decks? How many Dravens are we going to see today?
Just looking at the field.
Is it rough?
It's yeah. We're gonna try our best to keep the matches refreshing, in a sense. But
only Draven.
There's a lot of Dravens. There's quite a fair bit of Irelias as well. I saw a Victor floating around.
Irelias, no.
I think I saw somebody. Before the tournament started. They were playing a game with Leona. So maybe they brought that in as well. That would be an interesting one to see as well. But Draven, I guess when you have so many options, it takes a little while to figure it out, to figure out the best play line here. And I believe it is going to be 6 might on both battlefields. So one important note is Thunderbird does have 2 runes up. Could be something along the lines of a Hidden Blade or Facebreaker, the stun both units.
Like I said, another Darius.
Darius moving there.
Paying 2. Whoa.
Oh, and he's blading his recruits instead of the Darius. Interesting.
Interesting. Trying to rack up a spell.
Yeah, I guess he probably has good. I mean, I guess you want to.
He's got insurance here.
True.
So if he can clear this, he's still got insurance on the right side.
Yeah, and I think
or left side for them.
Yeah, I'm trying to peek at his hand, see what removal he has. I'm sure he has a way to deal with that Darius next turn because he is at 7. Another Ferris Forerunner would be pretty lethal here. 2 for the Noxus, okay. And, ooh, 2 more for the Overzealous. Oh, and 2 Overzealous fans, and he gets to restand 2 for the Targon Conquer. It's looking a little rough here.
My man said that's crazy, by the way.
I don't know if the stream can hear the player audio.
I don't think so.
No. Yeah, I don't know. You need like Bella's breath. You need a lot.
You need a big board wipe.
Yeah.
You need something.
The 2 Overzealous is just hard to overcome. I think though if you See, if you did use the Hidden Blade on the Darius in the previous turn, they would have gone to draw 2, which I guess admittedly is not great, but you would still have quite... You would still have quite a lot of options to get through it. I do see a Watcher in hand, which is interesting. Watcher... Yeah, this... It's looking a little rough.
Yeah, it's rough.
He does have, I believe, 10 runes in the Lux, so essentially 12 runes to do things with.
And Ace is fully tapped out.
Yeah, I think he missed the trigger for Targon's Peak to untap. But I think this is pretty, I mean, obviously pretty pivotal turn. He's on 7, but if he is able to clear Draven's board here through some magic, it would, I think that the game would be pretty much over in the favor of Lux, but still clearing that board is just going to be really difficult. The Overzealous plays around. I mean, yeah, you'd need some crazy combo here.
Okay.
Starts off with Cull. What do you remove here if you're Draven for the Cull? I feel like it has to be the Noxus, right? Because like your Overzealous is like your way to play around the Imperial Decree.
Right. I think getting rid of Noxus first, and then getting rid of one of the Overzealous after that would be the play. But
yeah. But actually, a good point here is that he does have a Watcher in hand. So if he does get rid of one of the Overzealous fans, I don't know how many. I wish I could tell how many recruits he had at base.
I think he just has 1.
Is it just the 1? Ooh.
I think it's just 1 recruit. If I'm not mistaken, Thunderbird has 2 recruits on the left side. And I think just 1 stacked because he doesn't have dice or anything on that 1 recruit.
Yeah. Oh, and he gets rid of the Overzealous.
Okay.
So now, since he got rid of the Overzealous, the Watcher can come down if he has the 1 recruit, trade with the Overzealous since he's tapped out, or get pushed back by the Overzealous, and then he could take over with Watcher. So, might be quite a consequential play here. Oh. And you can't forget the Lux there. I don't think he moved the Watcher there, because if he Overzealous as the Watcher, and then he would, yeah. Because right now, the Draven is a 2-might unit, the Noxus is a 1, and the Overzealous is a 1. So he has a total of 4 on that battlefield. I think you have to just give up the draw here.
He's going all in.
See, I think if you go in with the 1-cost recruit, trade with the Overzealous, Draven does get the draw, but you would still have the Watcher. The next turn, you would essentially have the Watcher on that battlefield, because now you could have the Overzealous pop, push the Watcher back, and then you perfectly trade with all of his units, because you would have 2 for Draven, 1 for Noxus, and then you would lose your Lux and Recruit, versus the other line, you would just lose the Recruit token and give him a draw. But I guess at this point it is late in the game, so you do want to let's see what Draven decides here. Oh, and he's electing not to pop the Overzealous fan. And they're just resolving combat damage. And so he missed the trigger there because the Overzealous Fan is a when I defend,
Yep.
so you have to declare that first before you go into your damage calculation. And so, interesting lines here. Gets the 3 recruits back at base. And this is looking like a Lux game.
Thunderbird back at 5.
Yep. I believe he's at 6 because he held as well. I think he's at... It's 3 minutes. 3 minutes, 30 seconds. So, 3, 3, 3,
30.
3. Yes, there's a bit of discrepancy between the round timer and the one we have on stream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it is 3 minutes. Well, that fixed for the upcoming rounds. Yes, that is Thunderbrood. Thunderbrood is on the Lux here. The game is looking like it's looking like a Lux game here. It will be interesting though. They're going to game 3. There is 3 minutes left. And it is the new overtime. I guess the updated overtime rules where it's 3 turns and then win by 2. So, judging based on the previous 2 games, Lux essentially went down a lot early. I feel like that's essentially the deck. I mean, you play a more control style, so you do go down in points a lot. So it will be pretty.
2?
Yes, Thunderbrew did win round 2, so it is 1-1. It's a draw.
If you mute, they can hear you.
This one is me.
Yeah.
We're going to see the side deck of a Turbo Lux.
Okay, let me just reset their names.
Draven's going first here. I guess with a time crunch, if you're Lux, you're looking for a lot of those card sharps. Try to get a few points early. It's going to be kind of uphill battle, though, for Lux. Oh, and a turn 1 tide turner as well is not. He does have the Poro. So. I think we need to ban someone in chat really quickly. How do we No, I'm kidding. We don't need to ban him. I know him. Mute is a really cool keyword for chat, and timeout is also another great one, huh? Just interesting. Now we do have the cooler Jordan in chat here, getting a shout out as opposed to someone else in chat that's been
naughty.
But back to the game. He does play the Searcher. Yes. So that is time in the rounds. So it is going to be 3-turn overtime. And Ace is starting off with turn 0.
1-1.
So we're down to turn 1. So I believe, yes, it's 1-1 currently. 1-1. Yeah, it's... He gets the pickpocket out.
That's wrong.
Um, ooh, okay. So, pretty good early board for Thunderbird for Lux. Yeah, with the point total though, it looks like it's gonna be probably a draw. So right now 1 to 2. We know that the hidden card is the deal 3 damage unit, so it looking like it's gonna be a bit of a draw here. Yeah, just rough overtime rules, especially with how long game 1 and 2 took. Ooh.
That's unfortunate.
That is. Ooh.
That is huge. Ace is going to score once again, going up to 3-1.
Great fight or flight there to play around the yeah, because I think Thunderbird is gonna have turn next. I don't think Thunderbird can win the game at this point, just based on it being 1-3. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, one score was 1-1. Turn 2, nothing mattered. Yeah, unless play Timer for 4, right? That's a card. That'll be a purple card next set, actually. So I'm sorry, Riot, for leaking. But yeah, 1-3. I think you're. Yeah, it's pretty much a tie here.
It's definitely something.
Because even if you pay 4, unless you have like. Yeah, I'm not even coming up with lines here to think of crazy ways where it won't be a draw. This is when he plays 2 like overzealous fans and hides 2 fighter flights. Yep. Yes. Let me go over there. Just a quick rule clarification on how a card works. The Fizz does not, or the Fizz does not hide a card when you play it. Rising with 4 up.
Asking him if he's got hard bargain.
That's an interesting strategy there.
Alright. They went for the tie.
Yep.
Shaking hands, they tied. Alright.
So it is going to be the 1-1 tie, kind of anticlimactic round 1. But great game nonetheless.
That's the first game.
First game's a tie. First game's a Draven. It's going to be great, guys. It's going to be fun.
It's the Draven special.
Yep.